welcome back to another video. In today's video I have the Insta360 X3 and along with the camera I have the selfie stick extended edition. So this is the selfie stick that extends out to 9 feet, which is crazy long. I've never had a selfie stick that long, and I think this is probably like the first actual selfie stick I've had. So that's kind of cool, but where the magic is with this camera here. This camera is the best camera for filming yourself. If you're like me and you find yourself filming yourself a lot, but you don't always like to set up the camera, pick it back up, put your tripod back down, and then check to see if you're in frame or not, and then say turn your camera around and film you going the opposite way. You don't always like to hold the camera here and vlog, and you don't have someone to always film you. This is literally the only camera you need. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can either use me mode, which automatically tracks you. It uses one lens and it shoots in 1080. So you don't get like the best quality. It's still good. 1080p is pretty good. But it automatically tracks you. So it will use a single lens and track you just like this. So if you want to track yourself from the front or track yourself from the back, it makes it really easy to know that you're being tracked and to film yourself. And with this camera combined with the selfie stick, you don't have to use the extended selfie stick. You can use the other regular extended, not the extended, but the other regular selfie stick they have. So when it's filming, it actually stitches out the selfie stick, so you won't see it in your footage. You'll just kind of see that you're holding something in your hand. So in the footage, you'll see that either if you're holding it like this or by your side. If you zoom in, you can see that like something's in your hand. But for the most part, you can't really tell, and if it's a quick clip or you're kind of immersed in the video and you see the video and you think it's cool, you probably won't, the viewer probably most likely won't notice it. But the other way that you can use, and my favorite way, is using the 360 camera. My favorite because you can shoot in 5K and you can get different angles of your scene. So if you're filming yourself and then you want to show something in front of you, you can frame it to turn around and show what's going on in front of you. Then you can also film behind you, and the same thing if you want to frame to the left or to the right, you can do that. Then if you want to frame behind you, as in not filming yourself but what's behind you, you can also change the camera to do that. So I found myself using the 360 camera more than like the single lens or the me mode. And it's also really easy to get your footage off of this camera and to track yourself. So if you're in a pinch like me, I always feel like I'm in a rush doing something and I don't always feel like I have time to set up the camera. I went out and went skateboarding and just hung out and did different things. And it was so easy to just extend this on the selfie stick, hit record, and film myself. And I knew that I was getting a shot of myself. I was never worried about was I in frame or not. And with the bigger screen on this camera, it makes it so easy to just double check that you're in frame, or double check the exposure on your camera, or anything else that you want to look for. It's easy to do it on the screen and it's easy to navigate. You just swipe around on the screen and you can get the different views of the camera. But the one thing that I think is really cool is the app on the phone. So we're going to get set up here with the app, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to set this up. So you got your power button on the side, we'll power this on. All right, and then we're going to reconnect camera. And here it is. This is the camera loading in, and then we're connected. So this is my library here, and let me find a clip. All right, we're gonna use this clip here. As you can see, another 360 clip. We are going around the different angles of the camera, but this is the cool part. So this is me right here, as you can see. Hold it down, drag to pick a subject, and here you can drag a little box around yourself and start tracking. And the app does it all for you, so you don't have to wait to get home, get on your editing software and do frame by frame tracking. It's so easy to just do it here, and then you can track through the whole clip if you wanted to. But to make things quick, I'll let it track a few more seconds, and then you can stop tracking. So I'll play it from the beginning so you can see I'm centered in the middle, is doing all the tracking, which again makes it just super easy. And then you can export here, export flat, or you can export 360. For this instance, I would export it in flat so that it's just there. And then if you're on social media, you can't really do the 360 yet on social media. So that's really cool. And then not only can you film on the phone, or not only can you track on the app in your phone, there's a desktop version as well where you can do all the tracking. So if you don't want to do the tracking on your phone and then export from your phone to your computer and then put it in your editing software, it's super easy to use the desktop version. The same thing, you track in the desktop version and then save it and then put it in your editing software, and you don't have to do any frame by frame editing which again makes it extremely easy, and my reason why this is the best camera to use for filming yourself, because it's how easy it is, how simple and quick everything is. So A+++ for Insta360 on this 360 camera. Great quality. I think for me, the only thing that I would probably use this camera for is filming myself. Just with the 360, I think it does like the perfect job. But the one complaint that I had, and this made me pretty upset when I got the camera, so with the Insta360 cameras or any 360 camera, as you can see the lens there on both sides, they stick out of the camera body. So the first point of contact, if you drop this or if you put it in your pocket, or if you're just using it, is gonna be the lens. And with that being said, is it gets scratched. After the second day I had scratches on both sides of my lens. It's kind of hard to see it on the camera there. Let me see if you can maybe see that. If not, I'll try to get another shot and show you the scratches. But it's not too bad, it's just a little annoying, and it doesn't affect the footage entirely. In certain cases, when like you're in the direct sunlight, you're facing it towards the sun, or if I'm trying to get myself like this and I'm in the direct sunlight, you can see like the glare of the scratches. So that is just kind of unfortunate that they don't use a better material on the glass so that it's a little bit more scratch proof. It does come with this case here, and I started using this after I found out it was in the box, and I just stick it right in here so that I don't have to worry about it getting scratched, and it fits pretty nice in there. But what you can also do, if you don't want to use this or you want extra layers of protection, you can get these sticky lens covers from Insta360. If I were to know that the lenses on here were not very tough, I would have gotten those, but I didn't know. But you can purchase those, and you can also purchase the protection plan for $50, I think, and it's for the year, and they cover up to one replacement on the lenses. So if it's scratched, they'll replace it, and I think that's pretty worth it. I don't usually buy protection plans on stuff like this, but I saw online people were paying like a little over $100 to ship it out and then get it fixed. With the protection plan, you don't have to pay for shipping, and then they replace it for free one time up to a year. So that makes it worth it. So yeah, that's just like my one complaint with the camera. And then the complaint with the extended selfie stick is it's pretty big as it is. It's got a lot to fit in. And then as you can see, this upper part is pretty thin, and then it's thin here, and then it continues to get larger. But when this is extended all the way out, it's like super flimsy with the camera on it, and I don't know if I would trust it entirely for everything. It looks really cool with it extended out, but when I was like skateboarding, I even extended it out in the car all the way to get a shot of the whole vehicle, and you can just feel it shaking. Like, it shakes so much, and it feels like it's gonna fall apart, which kind of at $100, I feel like it shouldn't be as flimsy as it is when it's fully extended. But if it's not fully extended and you're not using it extended out all the way, which is like the one reason why you would get it, is to use it at 9 feet. It's pretty sturdy. It's a nice sturdy material. Just it's just pretty flimsy when it's extended all the way out, just with these poles being so skinny, and then the camera being a little bit heavier for the skinnier poles on this. But other than that, I think this setup is like perfect for filming yourself. Like I said, really easy to film yourself, whether it's tracking or walking by, tracking yourself, or filming from in front, from behind, from either side. Makes it easy when in any situation you're on the go or you just have time, and it's a lot easier to use. So yeah, this is right now the best camera to use to film yourself. If you're a vlogger, a content creator in general that films yourself a lot, I would recommend picking up one of these and trying it out and using it. So yeah, this video wasn't really about all of the specs and video quality and such like that. There's a ton of other videos that you can check out that go in depth of all of the settings, all of the features, the video quality, and all of that. I will say the me mode is 1080p at 24, 30, and 60 maybe, and then the 360 is 5K at 24, 25, and 30 frames per second. And all the footage is stabilized in body, so that is really nice. Again, really great camera for filming yourself, and the 360 is just amazing. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.